Hello, everybody. I'm Joshua Basofin. I'm the Director of Climate Action at Parliament of the World's Religions. Wow, thank you. What a nice reception. A colleague of mine recently said that Interfaith is like a symphony, and if any component is missing, that the symphony won't play. And I think nowhere is that more true than in the area of climate change. We have, by many accounts, only 10 years to mitigate our carbon emissions to a level that's going to be conducive to maintaining a habitable planet. And we need every player in that symphony with us if we're going to be able to do that. We need the billions of people of faith around the world, all of whom have teachings inherent in their traditions about protecting this planet, to work together, to come together, to convene, to collaborate, and to aggregate their influence as consumers and voters and educators and policymakers and all of the different roles that they have. That is absolutely crucial, that we as an interfaith movement are able to really make change in this space in order to maintain a healthy climate. We are really fortunate tonight to have 3 local faith leaders with us who are going to answer a question that I have posed to them, which is, why is interfaith important to you in your work on climate change? And I'd like to introduce them one by one, and then they're going to come up and speak to you for a few minutes. Pastor Beth Brown and John Lee are with Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church. Carolyn Williams is with the Chicago Muslim Green Team, and Rabbi Michael Zedek is with Emanuel Congregation. So let's give them a round of applause.
Hello, everybody. I'm Beth Brown, and it's good to be here with you tonight. How many of you have heard our president claim to be a Christian? Raise your hand. So it's important then for me as a Christian pastor to say something very specific about why in my Christian tradition it's important to claim climate work and justice and care for the earth as an important thing, because so much of what you're hearing these days from a Christian perspective, from a certain part of the Christian perspective, is that it doesn't matter. And so I want to say at Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church, we believe it does matter. And why, one of the reasons that interfaith is so important to us is that we have been working very hard and will continue the hard work of ending Christian supremacy and all of the destruction that Christian supremacy has wrought in every arena of our lives together. And the climate is one of those arenas, as well as everything else. And so we feel deeply committed to ending Christian supremacy and to working positively in all the areas where we recognize that we belong together and we are connected to one another, and we need each other, and we want to be in relationship with each other. So that's a quick snippet. I want to introduce John up here, who is going to talk about our Interfaith Climate Summit that we're hosting. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is John Lee. I'm a member of Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church's Green Team, and I'm also a meteorologist and an attorney. Oops,
right
a little bit.
Okay.
And in that role, I've spoken at conferences around the country on climate change and environmental issues. And one thing I've learned is the need for dialogue. Dialogue not just on the scientific secular side, but also on the faith-based side, because both play an important role in trying to deal with this impending crisis we're going to have. And not just certain faith traditions, but all faith traditions have a role to play here. And to put that into practice, we are going to hold, Lincoln Park Presbyterian Church is going to hold an Interfaith Climate Summit on March 29th. And what we like to do is get as many different faith traditions as possible to come together and just have this dialogue about, what's unique about their faith tradition and what it also is, common amongst everybody. So we invite everybody to, if you're free on March 29th, please join us. We have a little table over there and give you more information about this. We think it's an important dialogue, and as I said, in a way to bring dialogue and bring people together, both on the scientific side and also on the religious faith side. Thank you.
Do you want to say something about specific speakers we need?
We're still looking for a couple more speakers. So we probably have, as of right now, on the Abrahamic side, we have Catholic, Protestant, Muslim, and Jewish. We're still looking for a Muslim speaker if someone would like to be a participant in this. And on the other side, eastern side, we have Hindu and Baha'i and Buddhist. We're still looking for a Buddhist speaker. So again, any of you like to join us there? We may have a Sikh speaker and also potential Orthodox. So, like I said, and most importantly, we're looking for youth participants, because not just an older person like me, but the youth of today are going to bear the brunt of climate change, and so they're an integral part of this dialogue. So again, please stop by, talk to us, grab a postcard, and please come and join us. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you. My name is Carolyn Williams. I am one of the founding members of Chicago Muslim Green Team, along with Sister Emelda, where are you? And Kaula, Hamad. We are based in downtown Islamic Center, and we are still new, but we are growing in numbers, thanks to our team and supporters. We are committed to connect Chicago Muslims and the greater community to issues of environmental justice and spread awareness about an eco-friendly lifestyle based on Islamic teaching. In Islamic holy book, the Quran, there are many verses on our obligations to take care of the earth and the environment. For example, in Surah Al-Qasas, verse 77, God says, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, "But seek through that which Allah has given you the home of the hereafter, and yet do not forget your share of the world, and do good as Allah has done good to you, and desire not corruption in the land. Indeed, Allah does not like corrupters." God also warned us not to be excessive and wasteful. In Surah Al-Araf, God says, "O children of Adam, dress properly whenever you are at worship. Eat and drink, but do not waste. Surely he does not like the wasteful." Our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also taught us to take care of the earth in many ways, including planting a seed. Through hadith, he was recorded saying, "If a Muslim plants a tree or sows seeds, and then a bird or a person or an animal eat from it, it is regarded as charitable gift or sadaqah for him." I believe these kind of verses are our universal values that can connect all of us as human beings from different faith and other background. And that's my answer to question why interfaith is important to us. So what we have done, last May, Chicago Muslim Green Team organized eco-friendly iftar night at downtown Islamic Center with Zero Food Waste Challenge for 2 nights out of 30 nights in Ramadan. We realize it is not easy to decrease waste, including plastic and styrofoam, waste from our religious or cultural events attended by more than 100 people per night. It is a lot of work. There are many things to do to organize eco-friendly or green Ramadan, but we believe this has huge impact to Muslims and greater community, and this is why we think our work is important. We also organize Save Our Monarchs workshop, collaborating with a great organization called Homes for Monarch, founded by Peter Gordon, a high school student from Palos Hill, Illinois, to increase awareness about monarchs, butterfly, and native plant in Illinois, and what we can do to avoid its extinction. A couple weeks ago, we organized the IC Green Team training with Faith in Place. We received many great ideas and initiatives from participants on how to start our campaign to transform our malls into eco-friendly or green malls. Many of you may already know about Faith in Place. It is a great organization for green movement for interfaith community in Illinois, and we plan to work closely with them because they already have many great programs, so we don't have to invent the wheel. What next? Chicago Muslim Green Team is also interested in creating programs related to citizen science. I myself am a global citizen science for Asia, a global ambassador for Citizen Science Asia, and I learned more about it when I received a scholarship to attend Citizen Science Conference last March in North Carolina, attended by more than 800 delegates from 28 countries. At the conference, Citizen Science community for the first time formed the Environmental Justice Committee, with majority members are leaders from marginalized communities. Citizen science, as described in Oxford Dictionary, is scientific work undertaken by members of the general public, often in collaboration with, with or under the direction of professional scientists and scientific institutions. Citizen science can be a great tool for conservation and to fight climate change. As written in an article published on Discover magazine in August 2019, climate change and environmental disasters can make individuals feel powerless. Citizen science is a way to take that power back. Citizen scientists help us better understand this phenomena, equipping society to propose climate change solutions. Chicago Muslim Green Team is now working with Zooniverse, the world's largest and most popular platform for citizen science, based at Adler Planetarium, that has a new program to engage faith communities to citizen science. I'm happy that Dr. Grace Wolf from Zooniverse, Adler Planetarium is here. So if you have any questions, you can directly ask her about the program to engage faith communities to citizen science. We plan to have Zooniverse workshop at Downtown Islamic Center next month, inshallah. Besides the planetarium, we also work with Nature Museum, Botanical Garden, and soon with Field Museum to organize Introduction to Citizen Science workshop. Our first workshop will be on February 29 at Nature Museum. So we invite you all to attend it. It will be free admission to the museum. If you are interested, please drop your name cards or emails at, we have our sign-up sheet, I think. Yeah. See you, yeah. So if you're interested to attend our workshop, it will be free. And we will send you the link to register. In April, we plan to celebrate the 50-year Earth Day anniversary with Citizen Science team because we hope to share awareness about citizen science to interfaith community as a great tool to fight climate change, to be part of environmental justice movement, to build a strong community and better and healthy world. Thank you for your time and attention.
Good afternoon, evening, whatever you want to call it. I'm grateful for the invitation, although asking clergy to stay within 5 minutes clearly is a strong belief in miracles. But we don't need to believe in miracles. We actually need to make some miracles happen. And fortunately, we're all deputized for that work. And fortunately, whether we belong to a particular religious community and are devoted to it, or marginally connected to a religious community and might not even be interested in it, or if we have no religious nominative, this issue will and does impact us all. There is no escaping from it. Now, you might think there's a dispute about climate change. There is none. There is a dispute, if any, about a political matter related to climate change or an economic matter related to climate change, albeit if I were a Boy Scout, I'd say I'd like to leave my campsite better than I found it, A, and B, whatever country, in fact, might take the lead with regard to responses to the challenge of climate will have the economic future embraced and embracing of it. So, with all of that, everybody knows that. So what are we going to do? Well, just a few suggestions from my tradition, which I suspect echo in any and all traditions. One, a very ancient rabbinic commentary, we call it a midrash. God is purportedly escorting Adam and Eve through their new, amazing garden. And God's voice says to them, "See to it that you do not spoil and destroy my world. For if you do, there will be no one else to repair it, and you will cause the destruction of many righteous." We're the ones that are got to do this job, or it isn't going to get done at all. Or as an ancient rabbinic commentary, a midrash tells it, a rabbi approaches the gates of Rome. It would almost be like coming in on I-90 to downtown Chicago. And in his approach, he believes that he's going to meet the Messiah at the gates of Rome. He comes to that moment, and there's the person in his vision. Goes up to the person and says, "Excuse me, are you the Messiah?" And the person responds, "Yes." And the rabbi says, "Messiah, in a world in such horrible shape, what in God's name are you waiting for? Do something." And the Messiah responds, "I was waiting for you, so I could ask you. In a world filled with such horrible conditions, what are you waiting for? Do something." And we must indeed. A more modern rabbinic commentary, a midrash, talks about a student who's learning of the binding of Isaac, or in Islamic tradition, the binding of Ishmael. And as you may know in the story, an intervention, an angel comes and stops the knife. And the student, a very bright young boy, says, "What if the angel had come too late?" And the teacher responds, "Angels never come too late." Well, guess what? The word angel is simply a Greek form, angelos, which means messenger, which is a translation of the Hebrew malach, which means messenger, which is to say it's not winged creatures, it's you and I who are perhaps, as Heschel tells us, messengers who may have forgotten our message. And this kind of gathering is a reminder, and that we might not be too late. As to what we can do, well, we can all do more and then do a little more. As Abraham Joshua Heschel suggests, it may be that we won't be redeemed, but at least we should be worthy to be redeemed. Thank you.